conversation. My three dear friends here, and एक बच्चा है, एक में से थोड़ा सा उम्र में ज़्यादा है, और एक सबसे छोटा है, Aladia. Okay, so please invite Karan.
Thank you for those wonderful words that you shared about AK and me. That was, I'm the one who has
surprise appearance.
No, I have written. Well, I have actually I asked for this absolute honor to introduce this legend of a man.
That's why.
And what do I say about Javed Saab? He's like a father to me. I've grown up in his august presence, and I say this very proudly in the month of October. Javed Saab is, what do I say, a bona fide legend, a wordsmith, someone who's crafted eras of Indian cinema, has created movie stars and characters that still breathe in the annals of Indian cinema. Javed Saab is actually not just an individual, not just an artist, but an entire institution. An institution, a legacy that his proud children have taken forward with strength and continue to do so. Every word that he's ever created, every sentence that he's ever written, every single nuance that he's brought to Indian cinema, to literature, to poetry, is something that will always be irreplaceable. Javed Saab, as in Javed Akhtar, is irreplaceable. Ladies and gentlemen, give to you the living legend, Javed Akhtar.
Well, what do I say? It's an honor to be his dad. Of course, what Karan said for Javed Saab. Today I'm here standing in front of you all because of him. And if it was not for Javed Saab, I would be here. The journey started with Javed Saab Rashad, and it still continues. I'm like a family member. And as I've always looked up to him, and it's an honor to be on the same dais with Javed Saab. Khalid, of course, is a dear friend since many, many years. And still remains a very, very close friend, and I hope that we all are friends forever. Thank you, Karan. Well, I knew his dad very well, and I always wanted to work with his dad, but we could never work. But now I'm working with him. I'm very happy. Really good film called Duck. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you, brother, for making me part of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Very good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for inviting me, Khalid. Khalid is a very, very old friend, and I knew him before meeting him through his reviews, and obviously he started dreaming and so on. But the only time the brain stops working is when you try to talk about a book that you have not read. That situation. My best wishes to Khalid. Obviously, we have come a long way, and we have still to go a long way, but the situation has totally changed. I mean, say in 60s, the ideal woman was Macho Bahungi, or Sahara, and now it is rejected. But I suppose society is on a curve, the turning of the road. We are still not very clear what is the image of a contemporary woman. It is slowly coming into focus, I must say, but there is a lot of confusion about it. You see, the liberal gets very scared in giving a final definition because he feels that somebody will out-liberal him. On the other hand, the conservatives are scared to define her because they feel that they will lose a lot of territory. But there is a debris. At the moment, I see a lot of debris because the old structure has been demolished and the new structure is under construction. It is coming up. In comes the film. I'm sorry that she's my daughter, but the fact is that I see that modern woman is well. That this is the contemporary real person of today. Otherwise, in one of these films, if you insist, I'll tell you which film. But
I insist.
Okay. In Jab Tak Hai Jaan, the heroine says that I'll get married after sleeping with one man of every nationality of the world. Now this bravado was only to tell that I don't care. I don't bother, I have the courage to say anything outrageous. But I mean, to to be an empowered woman, you don't have to be so hardworking.
There was an earlier Times of India critic called Mr. Vikram Singh. I was inspired by his honesty because he was very, very honest and he could be approached by anyone. So I tried to be like him in that regard, but not his writing because I found that a bit dry, and most reviews end up telling you the plot and you tend to skim over the paragraphs and just read the beginning and the end, and that's what I still do, by the way. And so I thought, let me try a new approach, and I won't tell the story, and if I do, I'll tell it in a very different, funny way. Sometimes make it rhyme, sometimes write it like a poem, sometimes write it like a conversation between me and P.T. Usha, for instance, if there was a film on running, So, and yes, I was influenced by the style of Mr. Kenneth Diamond, who's a stage and film critic. He had a certain rhythm in his prose, so thodi lay honi chahiye, words may play with words. Now, pun is considered the lowest form of wit, but when you do it effectively, it's called, if I may say, onomatopoeia, which is a sound. So, if you use all those comic language from whatever I've read of Archie and especially Tubby and all those things which have been forgotten, E's, Oo's, all that. So, and when I would write a serious review, everyone would say, what have you written? So yes, it was always fun reviewing bad films. And it was not so fun